Joining us now to discuss more is Neeley, Harvard Business School professor and author of Remote Work Revolution, and Tom Gimbel, LaSalle Network founder and CEO, both brought back by popular demand. They may not agree on everything again this time, and the new wild card is full FDA approval now. What do you think? What would you urge companies to do? What are they going to be able to do, and how should they do it?
Companies can now very comfortably move to mandate the vaccine. They have some legal leverage if that's an issue. And wherever possible, of course, there might be exceptions for individuals. They have to be responsible for the safety of their employees, both psychological and physical. And it's important that they do that, particularly for parents with small children who are unvaccinated. The workplace cannot be the place where these families are vulnerable.
You can't make everyone happy, You pointed out mandating will alienate those who don't want to get it. Not mandating will alienate those who are already vaccinated and worried. So how do you, I don't know. It's not going to be perfect. You're never going to make everyone happy, but you need to listen, I'm sure, to your employees.
You do need to listen, but at the end of the day, this is a disease, a contagious disease, a health crisis, a global pandemic, and it cannot be perpetuated further at the workplace. It can be a compliance issue if people do not adhere to these mandates. We saw the University of Virginia unenroll all these students who are putting others at risk.
Yep. Tom, how would you handle it? What are the people that you talk to? What do you expect them to do?
I absolutely agree that right now, the idea that somebody might be doing something that would be challenged in the courts of mandating everybody get vaccines, I think it's actually the opposite. That if you don't mandate vaccines and people get sick when they come into the office from people who don't have it, that's actually going to be where the litigious nature of this comes out. We're talking to clients, and when the president of the United States is saying that companies should make it vaccine only or mandate the vaccine, and the government is doing that, I think that's about as good of a legal defense as you're going to have. And with that Pfizer authorization, it's a little bit of, hey, now I can mandate whatever I want, is what we're hearing from most of the CEOs we work with.
So I'll ask both of you, if you really wanted zero tolerance for this disease, given that there's breakthroughs from people who are double vaxxed, and given that they can be contagious, couldn't a company, if they wanted to go even further, couldn't they mandate weekly testing even of people who had been double vaxxed? Couldn't they mandate mask wearing for everyone in the workplace, even if you were double vaxxed, Tom?
Well, I mean, I can speak from experiences that we're still doing temperature checks every single day for people coming into our office. We recommend that to all of our clients to do temperature checks. I think the idea of doing there's still the false negatives, false positives of the rapid tests. So I'm not sure we're at that point yet. You're right. If you wanted to be 100% perfect on everything, you would do that. But you could get a test 3 days ago and then be positive today and negative from that test. So I don't think that's very realistic in what we're talking about. It's more about doing things within a logical expectation and execution that's going to make people feel comfortable.
Sadal, you could make that point that since for most people, in the great majority of cases, you've taken the worst case scenario off the table when you're double vaxxed, maybe just focus on that. And I don't know, would you still socially distance? Would you still wear masks? Would you still test every week, Sadal?
I would. Part of it is you need to give people the assurances that they're coming to a work environment where they can be safe. So testing with the frequency that makes sense. In some organizations, they're testing those who aren't vaccinated more frequently than others. The vaccine mandates, the mask mandates, I talked to 500 people recently to talk about the return to work. The number one fear people had was, will I get sick as a result of coming in? Will my family get sick as a result of coming in? And my company needs to assure me that I'm going to be safe. So they have to do whatever they need to give these assurances.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.